From the CBS Broadcast Center in Los Angeles, this is CBS 2 News at 11 p.m.
Now at 11, whipping winds and freezing cold, trees blown down, trucks flipped over. It's going to be a very cold night across Southern California.
And we could even see temperatures in the 20s and teens. Garth has our forecast, but let's start with Nicole Comstock live in Fontana. Nicole.
Yeah, Susie, it's about 40 degrees out here in Fontana right now, but it really does feel like it's freezing because of these winds that have been blowing out here pretty much all day long, creating problems for drivers out here on the 15 freeway. New year, same gusty wind blowing box trucks over in the Inland Empire.
It's like, when is it not windy in Fontana? That's the news story.
On the first day of 2019, strong winds below the Cajon Pass turned not one, but two big rigs over on their sides. They remained on the 15 freeway in Fontana throughout the night because it was still too windy to safely tow them away.
Everything blows around, trash cans down the street.
The wind made a mess in neighborhoods too. In Redlands, it uprooted trees like this massive one that came crashing down in Sylvan Park, causing a road closure. And these gusty winds are also making it feel a lot colder than it actually is.
I feel like it's 30 degrees. The wind chill might be like 20 degrees.
And Preston Norman isn't the only one shivering at the pump.
And now when you add the cold too, oh, Lord have mercy, it is freezing.
Overnight, widespread frost and freezing temperatures are expected in western Riverside and southwestern San Bernardino counties. And Alex Sowers has a plan for that.
Oh, I'm going inside. I'm going to do the smart thing. I'm going inside and stay inside. Because, I could have sworn I seen a snowman walking across the street right down there.
And this cold wind is anticipated to stick around until at least midday tomorrow. Reporting live in Fontana, Nicole Comstock, CBS 2 News.
Yeah, it is really blowing out there, Nicole. Thank you. Well, Garth Kemp is tracking the wind and the cold.
Well, Garth, just how bad is it going to be tonight?
It's pretty bad out there. I was glad to see they went to Nicole before me because I was watching her off camera and she was just getting blown around and cold out there. We're going to go down to the teens, no doubt about that. Lancaster right now, 26, 21 in the Big Bear, out towards the IE, 39 in the San Bernardino. So it's wind sheltered there. And then we get the winds. It's a little warmer temperature, but on your skin, it really kicks it up. So we have freeze watches in the blue. You can see those now extended out through the San Fernando Valley. Those dark purples and dark colors you're seeing in the violets up towards Victorville, Barstow, out towards the south, the IE, and up into Ventura County. These are hard freeze warnings. That's why we tell you to get your animals in tonight. It is very, very cold up there. And then you have that combined with the winds, which will be picking up tonight. It's going to be excessively cold out through those areas. Your complete forecast, including some rain, coming up in a little bit. Back to both of you.
All right, Garth, thank you so much. And because of the cold, SoCal Gas has actually extended the dial it down alert through tomorrow. They want you to save gas by setting your thermostat to 68 when you're home, 55 when you're not, and using cold water whenever possible.
Now to breaking news is SWAT standoff in the Westlake district. Police say they got several 911 calls about a knife-wielding man chasing and threatening people.
Now, when officers arrived, the man ran inside his home and is still refusing to come out. This has been going on for about 5 hours now. Neighbors have been evacuated and are waiting outside in the cold right now while SWAT tries to end the standoff.
Through a red light. Whoa! There you go. That's what they were so worried about.
A high-speed chase ends in a wild wipeout in South Los Angeles. Suspects bailed out of the crashed car and they hit the ground while innocent people in their other cars waited for police to help them. CBS 2's Christy Fajardo is live in South LA with the reaction from the people hitting this crash. Christy.
Yeah, talk about being in the wrong place at the wrong time. That is exactly what happened here. Take a look. This is where the suspect car crashed. It left behind quite a mess. There are pieces of the BMW all over the sidewalk, but this crash also involved two innocent drivers and two other cars. One was coming down Crenshaw and had a green light. The other was on 54th Street, stopped, waiting for his light to change.
Through a red light. Whoa!
I can't believe it actually happened on the first day of the year.
That's what they were so worried about. And there you go. You have an innocent person.
I'm just leaving the house, and this is the first thing I run into.
It was an inauspicious start to 2019 for Cedric Holloman. Watch it again. He's in a black car just off camera, stopped at the red light when suspects being chased by police blew the traffic signal and rammed a white car that then slammed into him.
It felt like I was watching a movie. I didn't think it was going to be real until you're in it, but it hit me, jammed my wrist against the steering wheel.
I'm just like scared and terrified. The airbags popping. It's my first car accident, so yeah, I didn't even know what to expect. I ran into this car.
Courtney was the other innocent driver who was hit. She says she never heard the sirens.
It is a pursuit.
But for miles, other drivers had to dodge the black BMW as it crossed into oncoming lanes. Police say they got a call about an assault in South LA, but rather than talk to the LAPD, the suspect sped off until they came upon Crenshaw and 54th Street.
Whoa!
My leg is hurt, a little sore, but I'm good. I'm blessed. I'm okay. I'm alive.
Everybody just wants to give up now.
And who was a person driving so erratically?
Looks like a female driver.
Apparently a woman with 2 passengers, finally surrendering after causing a pileup and piling up the charges against them. And as you heard, the 2 innocent drivers had sore muscles but are otherwise okay. As for the suspects, we just talked to the LAPD. They say all 3 have been booked and are spending the first full night of the new year in jail. Live in Hyde Park, Christy Fajardo, CBS 2 News.
All right, Christy, thank you. A driving lesson went very wrong in South LA this evening. A car slammed into La Mayordomia Mexican restaurant at the corner of 59th Street and Broadway. One person inside the restaurant was taken to a hospital. We're told the owner of the car was teaching her niece to drive when the crash happened.
A deadly house fire in Santa Ana. Did one tragic incident lead to the other? Crews found 2 bodies burned beyond recognition inside the home on Manley Avenue. The house was owned by Charlene Wynn. Relatives say she was being abused by her husband, Ahmad Al-Assad. He was arrested on Saturday and charged with domestic abuse, but he bailed out of jail within hours.
I saw my sister, her face bruised, so I knew that he beat her.
There were 3 people renting rooms in the house. 2 of them are out of town, and the 3rd has been accounted for. Detectives are now trying to figure out the identities of the 2 victims inside and how the deadly fire started.
A coyote confrontation caught on camera in a quiet Pasadena neighborhood. It is a scene being repeated across Southern California, as we all know, as more homes mean less habitat for wild animals. Tonight, CBS News' Tom Wade is live in Pasadena with more on today's close call and the larger issue of these animal encounters. Tom?
Hi there, Susie. Yeah, I mean, experts say that coyotes are generally afraid of humans, but lately it seems like they are becoming more confrontational.
Go! Get!
A brazen coyote roaming front yards in Pasadena. It's scenes like this one that has neighbors in the area on edge. Our Jasmine Veal shot this video as she walked her dog.
Come on, Hale. All done.
Living among coyotes is a well-known reality in Southern California, but many folks are now noticing they're becoming more aggressive and less afraid to be out in the open.
They come down looking for food, basically, and they're basically not scared of humans anymore.
Cesar Macias has young children. He says in the area of Altadena Drive, north of the 210, coyote sightings are becoming very common.
There is some concern because they can go after small animals, and we've heard that they can jump up to like 6-foot fences, and since we got little kids, so there's some concern, absolutely sure.
One neighbor posted this on social media, a cat holding its own against a coyote. This fierce feline fights off the coyote. The confrontation is just another example of how bold coyotes have become. Many folks know now to keep their animals indoors even during the day. And some neighbors we talked to have come up with some unique deterrents.
I actually bought into a house up the street that the previous owner had a very high percentage wolf hybrid. And wolf hybrids are known, if they mark the area, the coyotes aren't going to come around.
So if you don't have a wolf hybrid, there are other ways you can protect your house. If you do have small pets, obviously you might want to keep them inside. Don't leave pet food outside. And experts also say make sure you clear the brush around your home so it doesn't give coyotes a place to hide out. Reporting live in Pasadena, I'm Tom Waite, CBS 2 News.
All right, thank you, Tom. U.S. border agents launched tear gas at migrants in Tijuana today. Border Patrol says it was trying to stop about 150 migrants from breaching the border fence and illegally crossing into California. California. A U.S. Customs and Border Protection says the gas was used to target rock throwers, and 25 migrants were detained. Well, the tear gassing happened as the fight continues over funding for the president's border wall.
That battle has resulted in a partial government shutdown now going into its 12th day. Today, President Trump and California's Nancy Pelosi traded tweets on the issue. The president tweeting, "Border security and the wall thing and shutdown is not where Nancy Pelosi wanted to start her tenure as Speaker. Let's make a deal."
And Pelosi, who takes over as Speaker of the House on Thursday, tweeted back, "Donald Trump has given Democrats a great opportunity to show how we will govern responsibly and quickly pass our plan to end the irresponsible Trump shutdown." In the meantime, the White House has invited congressional leaders from both parties to a briefing on the wall and border security tomorrow.
Democrats call the invitation a meeting a stunt. And next year at 11, was a Garden Grove woman murdered over a manicure? We'll tell you what led to the deadly dispute.
A little girl battling leukemia is looking for her holiday dragon after it was stolen off its owner's lawn. Was it a crime or a mistake? The details coming up.
And just before Colbert, a couple wakes up to find a stranger sleeping in their dog's bed, and the dog curled up right next to him.
Hey everybody, I'm Garth Kemp. Cold out there, plus some wind. Your forecast, it's on the way.